Whether you're downsizing or living in a small space to begin with, you can make that space seem much larger if you're organized. Our organizing expert Ellen Damasceno shows Brooke the tools you need.
Hey everyone, Ellen and I are here at IKEA in their 375 square foot apartment, which is very realistic to a lot of people's lofts and apartments. And the smaller your space is, the more organized you need to be.
And that's why I'm here today to give you some tips on how you can better utilize your small space. And the first tip is multi-use furniture.
Okay.
And we are sitting on this sofa, which is also a sofa bed.
Very nice. So this is where your guests stay.
Or you stay if you only have a studio apartment.
That's very true.
And then this is also a multi-use piece of furniture, so it's not only an ottoman, but it is also
storage. Now, most people would hang artwork above their sofa, but here we see cabinets.
Absolutely. These are kitchen cabinets. But what we're using them for, or in this room, they're used to store all the bedding for the sofa that's below. You could actually put something like this around your actual bed as well. So instead of thinking pieces of furniture, think storage. Very, very important in small spaces.
And that way you can store things in, because most people might have bookshelves in their room, but in this case we're seeing cabinets.
Yeah, and you may have to put your clothing in this if that's the kind of space that you live in. If you don't have room for a wardrobe or a dresser, anything you can mount on the wall is a great idea. So now we're moving into a hallway, which is a really tiny space. But what we've done is we've used the vertical space and used things that you can hang on the wall instead of furniture.
And these are great. I've seen these used in all types of rooms, even in a bathroom above a tub.
That's a great idea.
You can put towels.
And your robe and all that kind of stuff. So this is in a small hallway, but look what storage you get out of this. Another good thing you want to think about is hooks. Hooks are fantastic. You can hang dog leashes, purses, backpacks, robes, clothing. You can also put your furniture on the wall, like these two chairs here. If you don't have a lot of storage space, use your walls. Another great thing to mount, television or electronics. You don't have to have a piece of furniture to put your television on. You can just wall mount it.
Perfect.
When you have a small space, if you don't have a lot of light, it doesn't matter how organized you are, it's going to seem like a dark dungeon. So there's different kinds of lighting. There's ambient lighting, we've got task lighting, we've got mood lighting. So this room has under counter, we have 5 different kinds of lights going on in this room. That's why the space seems bigger than it is. And so when you are organizing for a small space, make sure when you're doing things in different areas of your home, you have the right kind of lighting for that space.
So Ellen, in the kitchen here, I see they have shelves. Now, why would you put shelves here that are open that you can see versus cabinets?
Well, you don't want a whole bank of cabinets. You want to keep it light and airy. It is a small space. You don't want to make it like a cave. And also, you're going to be a little bit more organized with open shelving. So everything here, it has its own place. It's the same color. And so you can add a little bit of your personal style when you are living in a small space. Everything doesn't have to be just utilized perfectly.
So it's making your small space seem a whole lot bigger and roomier and organized.
And pretty.
Thanks, Ellen. Back to you guys.
One more tip, Ellen says to stay organized while living in a small space, use the bring one item in and one item out rule. That way you can easily control clutter. For more organizing tips, log on to our website, better.tv, and click on the organizing channel.
This has been Better.tv. For more stories like the one you just saw, catch the weekday television program Better, your source for styles, trends, relationships, beauty, fitness, and other stories that will help make your day better. Check local TV listings to see if Better airs in your city. Thanks for watching.